Initializing Hexagon Bridge. Player, explain yourselves.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I run a YouTube called Lush Velvet Coasters to do with all things theme park. I thought it'd be good to have a little bit of a challenge, see how far I can get and hopefully win.
So the game works like this. Here's your game board. You start at the bottom, work your way up the board to the top. Along the way, you'll have the chance to pick a category which will lead you up a certain bridge. If you get a question wrong, you burn that bridge, start back at the bottom, and lose one of your 3 lives. You've got 5 anti-rollbacks to help you out along the way. You've got 50-50, phone a friend, ask Google, ask for a clue, and 2 shots. The 2 shots is you get to answer the question with 2 answers.
Okay.
Do you have any questions before we get started?
No. I think I've got it alright.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's play Hexagon Bridge. Information desk. I'm all ears. Cogs and springs. Pick your first category to start you off.
I'm gonna go I'm all ears. It seems interesting, although I don't know how well I'm gonna do this. But yeah,
I'm all ears it is. What attraction does the line, "The decision to come here was not your own, the thought was implanted in your brain by auto-suggestion," come from? The Smiler, The Big One, Oblivion, Nemesis Subterra.
I'm gonna go with... Oh, I thought it was a smile at first, but I think... I'm gonna go with Oblivion. Final answer.
Final answer? Yes, that's correct. It's from the Lord of Darkness video that plays in the queue line. Excellent. Well done. So that moves you up 1 place. On to the next question. Which of these attractions did IMA score, not sure how to pronounce it, not compose music for?
Okay.
Wicker Man, Taron, Blue Fire, Icon.
I mean, Wicker Man, I know Alton Towers go with a lot of I'm a Score. Taron, it's really themed, so I feel like they'd do something for that. Blue Fire, I'm not sure, but I reckon Blackpool wouldn't go as fancy as I'm a Score. Just off the top of my head, so I'm gonna go with Icon. Final answer. It's gonna get worse the further we go because I'm gonna lose more if I get something wrong.
That moves you up the next place on the board. Ready for your next question?
Yep.
Which band created a song for the launch of The Swarm at Thorpe Park? Paramore, 21 Pilots, You Me at 6, Coldplay.
I think I'm gonna go with Yumi at 6. I feel like I've seen this somewhere. So yeah, Yumi at 6. Final answer. Oh my god.
You're off to a very good start. So 1 final question in this category and then you'll be up to the next level where you'll get to pick a new category.
Okay.
Are you ready for the next question?
Yes.
Which of these artists has not performed a concert at Alton Towers? Kelly Clarkson, Pink, Tina Turner, The Black Eyed Peas.
For some reason I feel like Kelly Clarkson and Pink would've. Tina Turner, I don't imagine it, but I also could. Black Eyed Peas seem too famous, but I could be wrong. Trying to decide whether a lifeline's worth using this early on. Could I have a 50-50?
50-50? Okay, let's take away 2 pre-decided wrong answers.
Oh no!
That leaves you with Kelly Clarkson and Pink. Does that help?
Because it was like, I was thinking it was either one of the top 2 or either one of the bottom 2.
Okay. So that's not really helped you, has it?
So with not, I'm gonna guess Pink. I feel like she's quite I don't know, not the kind of demographic towers would have, but we will find out. So I'm gonna go with pink.
Final answer?
God damn it!
That is the wrong answer. Pink performed at Alton Towers in 2010. Tina Turner in 1996.
Wow.
The Black Eyed Peas in 2011. Kelly Clarkson has never performed at Alton Towers. Nikki, you're so close. You're so close to that next level. You've burnt that bridge. You've lost one of your 3 lives, but you've got 2 lives left. You've still got your phone a friend, ask Google, ask for a clue, and 2 shots.
Okay.
So don't be too disheartened. Let's start again from the bottom. Select your category. So you've got information desk or cogs and springs.
I think I'm gonna go cogs and springs.
Let's see what's in cogs and springs. What kind of lift hill system does 13 at Alton Towers Resort use? Chain lift, drive tyre, LSM, cable. Have you been on 13? Of course you have. We've been on it together.
Many times.
Have you ever paid attention to what is lifting you up the lift hill?
I have an idea that it's fairly quick and fairly quiet. So for me it's either between drive tyre and cable lift. I have it in my head that the second one has wheels because it's a very fluid. I don't feel like you catch on to anything. So I'm gonna go drive tyre. Final answer.
Okay. Is that the correct answer?
Oh, I thought that was 100% going to be wrong. I've ridden that many times enough that I should know that straight away.
What does LSM in the launch system technology stand for? Liquid speed mechanics, lithium sulfide metal, linear synchronous motor, Leviant supply magnet.
I know this because of the many hours of Ghost Bot that I've watched over the years. I'm going to go with linear synchronous motor. Final answer. Thanks, Harry.
The Eurofighter is a model of coaster by which manufacturer? Mack Rides, S&S, Gerstlauer, Schwarzkopf.
I'm going to go with Gerstlauer. Final answer.
How does Intamin describe airtime on their website? When the passengers get that heart in the mouth feeling. When the passengers' bums sufficiently leave the seat. When the passengers can reach for the stars. When the passengers' thighs press against the restraints. Do you browse on Intamin's website much?
No, surprisingly I've been on there fairly recently, but I don't remember seeing that. I don't think it'll be the bums one. Just from they seem like professional guys, but I don't know. I think because I really don't want to end up at the bottom again, could I use the lifeline so I can get 2 attempts?
Okay, so you want to take 2 shots?
Take 2 shots.
What is your first shot?
I'm gonna go with heart in the mouth feeling. Okay.
So you wasted
a lifeline.
You wasted your 2
Better
shots.
to be safe.
That's true. That's very true.
Yes,
Better to be safe
goddammit.
than sorry.
I either thought that or the restraints, but then
And the passenger's thighs pressed against the restraints.
because that is true on some Intamins.
It definitely is, definitely.
Level 2.
Brilliant. Okay, so you've made it up to the second level. Now you're going to get to pick a new category. Are you ready?
No, but sure.
Unidentified. Are we lost? Nailed it. What are you thinking?
I'm trying to think because the cogs and things ended up being a category I was a little better at. I'm going to go with nailed it. I feel like that might be more technical questions. We'll see. Probably not.
Rocky Mountain Construction are currently constructing the coaster Iron Gwazi at which theme park? Six Flags Great Adventure, Busch Gardens Tampa, Six Flags Magic Mountain, Busch Gardens Williamsburg.
I'm going to go with Busch Gardens Tampa. Just because I went to Florida last year and I know Gwazi was brought up a little bit. So yeah, Busch Gardens Tampa. Final answer.
I think that would have been pretty bad if you'd have got that wrong.
If you're on Twitter at all, yeah,
if
you
you're
know
on
about
Twitter
that.
or Instagram, following people that are into roller coasters, you can't miss it. It's everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks good. It looks very good. Hopefully one day I'll get to go on it.
Same. Can I just ask, if I get something wrong now, do I start right at the bottom or do I start
right at the bottom?
Okay.
Yeah. You've got to build your way all the way up to the top. Big Apple and Zyklon are coaster models from which manufacturer? Vekoma, Pinfari, Morgan, Chance Rides. Have you heard of the Big Apple and the Zyklon before?
Yeah, I feel like I've heard that a lot on Coaster Crazy where he does these countdowns of stuff. I don't... Vekoma's too... Like, I don't feel like they'd make such generic and common things like the Big Apple. I think I'm going to go with Pinfari, because I know they do a lot of kids, like, seaside kind of coasters. So I'm going to go Pinfari. Final answer.
It is indeed.
Okay.
It is indeed.
It was between that and Morgan, because I know they both have, like, smaller kind of scale stuff, but... Oh.
Which manufacturer was founded most recently? Intamin, Mack, Gerstlauer, Vekoma.
No, it's definitely not going to be Vekoma. Because they go way back. I know that the Mack family goes quite far back as well. I'm going to take a shot at Gerstlauer because I feel like they've started popping up more recently. I feel like Intamin's been around a bit longer. It's between Intamin and Gerstlauer because I think Runaway Mine Train in the 90s was Mack. I'm gonna guess Gerstlauer. Final answer.
Oh.
So if you lose now, it's all that.
Let's see.
Oh my god! I really didn't want to waste that. I thought they were like 2000, not bloody 81.
So, Intamin, established in 1976, Mack 1780, Gerstlauer 1981, and Vekoma 1926.
I think Mack used to make like carts for horse carriages or something like that. I know they go really
way
far back.
Yeah.
Vekomas are just all old. So.
Brilliant. So you've got one question now until you want to the third and final level. Come on, you can do this.
I've got 3
You've
lifelines.
got to get this next one right.
You've
got 3 lifelines. You've got ask for a clue, phone a friend, and ask Google. And you've still got 2 lives, so you're doing really well. What did Vekoma originally manufacture before making amusement rides? Farm equipment, ovens, dishwashers, water tanks. That's interesting because you were just saying about Mack, weren't you?
Yeah. I don't think it would be appliances. Water tanks seems excessively like... I'm gonna... In the way that Mac did like horse and carriage type little things, I'm gonna go with farm equipment. Final answer.
Okay.
Level 3.
So you've managed to make your way up to the third and final level.
I'm trying to save my lifelines, but at the same time just taking some like risky gambles. Like, I don't know if it's the right time.
Well, you've got 2 lives, you know. It's time to pick your next category.
Okay.
Top of the league, picks or it didn't happen, keeping count.
I'm gonna go with keeping count because I feel like that'll be stats based, and if you have 4 choices, I have a bit of a chance. I'm gonna go keeping count.
Okay, keeping count. How many coasters created by Bolliger and Mabillard are currently operating in the UK? 4, 5, 6, or 7?
So you got Oblivion, Galactica, Nemesis, the Swarm. I feel like there's got to be more. Nemesis Inferno. I'm trying to cycle through theme parks in my head. What's the magnifying glass?
That is, you can ask for a clue.
Ask for a clue.
From me.
I'm just worried that the clue will be like, these are located at 3 parks, and then I've thought of 2, and then it doesn't help at all. I'm gonna go with a clue, just because I don't feel like I can just Google that and it would just tell me. I'm gonna go with a clue.
Your clue is this. All of the coasters by Bolliger and Mabillard are in Thorpe Park and Alton Towers.
Okay. I'm gonna recount now. I'm trying to think what's at Thorpe. I've never been. I know there's the Swarm and I know there's Nemesis Inferno. Stealth is Intamin. Walking Dead one's definitely not. Saw's go slower. So that's 2, and then Nemesis, Oblivion, Galactica. So I'm gonna go with 5. I hope I counted that right. I'm just staring at my hand. I'm gonna go with 5. Final answer.
5, final answer.
Oh.
Nemesis, Oblivion, Galactica, Nemesis Inferno, and the Swarm.
Duh. Why was something so simple so hard?
It's because you're in the seat. You know, as I say, when you're sat in the seat, it's all a lot harder.
Right.
Excellent. Next question. How many seats does Rita at Alton Towers have per train? 12, 16, 20, 24.
See, I have 3 questions and 2 lifelines left. But if I lose, then I'm at the bottom with no lifelines if I use them.
That's true. So you don't necessarily want to use them all up. Because if you've got 1 life, that life is actually... it's a lot harder to get to the very top all the way with 1 life without a lifeline.
So I think I know that each car has 4 seats. Just trying to remember if there's 5 or 6. So I think 3 is too short, 4 is too short. I'm just trying to think, I don't think it's as long as like Wimplerman, so I'm gonna go with 20. Final answer.
You're going for it? You're going for 20?
Just shoot my shot.
Yes, it is. There's 5 cars, each with 4 seats. Was that a risk? Was that quite a...
Very risky, but
Yeah.
I just don't want to use them if, like, I don't think if I phoned a friend they'd necessarily my phone a friend hasn't ridden Rita. So
okay. So you've got 2 lifelines. You've got phone a friend. You've got ask Google. So you're going to want to make sure that you save that Google one for one that you think Google will answer.
Yeah, not something vague.
And then obviously the phone one, you're going to want it to be something that you think they might know.
Yeah.
Have you got a friend in Thorpe Park since you've not been to Thorpe Park?
No, they've been to Alton Towers, and I know they've been on Megaphobia. They're very new to coasters.
So if a Megaphobia question comes up,
it'll be like...
Well done.
Thank you.
You've got just 2 questions left to potentially win.
If I lose one somehow, I'm gonna cry. Just heads up.
The Smiler has 14 inversions, but which inversions make up the sea serpent roll element? 7th and 8th, 8th and 9th, 9th and 10th, 10th and 11th.
I might have to Google this one. I don't even know what half it's in. I've got an idea of how to ask it. Can I do a Google lifeline?
You want to ask Google?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hello, Google.
Hey there, how can I help?
What are the names of the 14 inversions on the Smiler?
According to Roller Coaster Database, the 14 inversions are comprised as follows: Heartline Roll, Lift Hill, Corkscrew, Dive Loop, Dive Loop, Dive Loop, Sidewinder, Corkscrew, 30 meters tall vertical lift hill, Corkscrew, Roll over, Cobra Roll, Corkscrew, Corkscrew.
Did she even say sea serpent roll? That just lose count. Oh no! She just said it so fast. Dive loop, dive loop, dive loop.
Okay.
Like, I know where it is when I'm looking at the coaster, but I don't know what point you get to it. Like, I can look at the Smiler and be like, oh, there's a sea serpent roll, but it's a very hard to follow ride. I'm gonna have a guess that it's somewhere in the second half.
Oh, this is nail biting.
I'm gonna go with 10th and 11th.
You're gonna go with it?
Yeah. Because I feel like the last 3 are 3 consecutive corkscrews. That's 12, yeah. I'm gonna go with 10th and 11th. Final answer.
Final answer. Oh, Nikki! It's the 9th and 10th.
I knew it was the second
You drop
half.
out of the station, you do the heartline roll, you go up the hill, you have the inverted drop, dive loop, dive loop, airtime hill, then you've got a little airtime hill, and then you've got bat wing, half a bat wing, whatever it is.
Like
the
the
other half.
alter knot or whatever you call it.
Yes, it's like bat thing, and then you've got a corkscrew into the mid-course, vertical lift, inverting drop, and then it's the 2 of the sea serpent, the 9th and 10th. So you've burnt that whole bridge. You were so close to the top. You burnt the whole bridge. So let's start again at the bottom. It's still possible. You did so well on that go. I mean, you were only 2 away.
Luke Lawson knows a lot of stuff.
You're only 2 away. You know, you can easily do it. You've got your phone a friend. He's now obviously the only thing that can help you. And you've only got 1 life. So you've got 1 chance to get your way up to the top. So obviously the only category left is information desk. So let's see, information desk. A roller coaster with a height or drop of between 300 feet and 400 feet is known as a what? Hypercoaster, stratocoaster, megacoaster, gigacoaster.
I'm gonna go with Giga because of all this controversy around Orion. So yeah, I'm gonna go Giga Coaster. Final answer.
Correct. Here's your next question. Colossus at Thorpe Park has how many inversions? 9, 10, 11, 12.
I'm gonna go with 10 because I know that Flamingo Land has got a 10 inversion. It's a neoclone, so I'm gonna go with 10. Final answer.
Well done. You're breezing through it.
So far.
King Dakar is the tallest roller coaster in the world. At what height? 302, 409, 456, 562 feet.
I know it's over 300, like 302 definitely. I'm gonna go with 456. I feel like this one's around the 400 mark. So 456, final answer.
I feel so
Just
scared
gets
for you.
worse every round because that's it now.
Well, it's not. You've got your phone a friend. But after that is it. Okay, final question of this category, then you're on to the next level. After the opening of Nemesis, what is the longest period of time in between subsequent secret weapon openings at Alton Towers? 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years.
I feel like the gap has got to be either between Oblivion and because I know that was like 90 something to 2000 and something.
Do you know the dates of all of the secret weapons?
Not really.
Do you know the order of the secret weapons?
I think.
Do you know which coasters are secret weapons?
I know Nemesis is Oblivion, 13, Wickerman. The Smiler is. I don't know if Rita is. Just forgotten all the coasters. I feel like the longest gap has got to be like 5 or 6 years. I don't know if they've gone that long without something big like that. I'm gonna guess it's between. If Rita isn't a secret weapon, between Oblivion and that was like 9. I want to say Nemesis was 94. I think Oblivion was first. And then 13 was 2010. I'm gonna go 8 years. I'll just have to see. I have a feeling it might be that, although there might just be something really obvious that I've missed. I'm gonna go 8 years, final answer. Oh.
I am so relieved that you said 8 years. I didn't think you were going to. I thought you were going to say 5. The longest time was Air to 13. Air opened in 2002, 13 opened in 2010. In between that, Spinball Wizard and Rito were installed, but neither of them were secret weapons.
Level 2.
Well, excellent. You got past it. It's time to pick. Remaining, you've got Unidentified and Are We Lost? You've got One Life and you've got Phone Friend.
I'm gonna go with Unidentified because Are We Lost makes me think of locations and I'm terrible at that kind of stuff, so I'm gonna go Unidentified.
Unidentified. Let's see your first question. What attraction is this logo for? Hex, Jewel, Room on the Broom, Darren Brown's Ghost Train.
I'm gonna go with Darren Brown. I feel like I've seen this a fair amount on YouTube. We will see. But yeah, I'm gonna go Darren Brown's Ghost Train. Looks ominous. Final answer.
Well done. This letter N is the logo from which coaster? Wickerman, Taron, Wodan, Hyperion.
Once you started reading the other ones, it threw me off, but I'm gonna go with my initial thought, which was Taron. Final answer.
Getting through these really quickly. Is
Well,
Taran the right answer?
because
Well done.
I started picturing the ride sign for Woden, that like a picture of my friend in front of it, and then that threw me off. But
Well done.
I went with Taran.
I feel like that's well played. That's hard. I thought that was hard when I was making the question. I thought, oh, is she going to get this? Which two colours make up the rings in Thorpe Park's logo? Red and yellow, orange and green, orange and blue, red and purple.
I'm gonna go orange and blue. Final answer. I feel like I've seen that about enough on Twitter.
Nice. Final question in the unidentified round. This is part of the logo for which manufacturer? Intamin, Vekoma, Gerstlauer, GCI.
I'm gonna...
Have you seen it before?
Definite familiar. I really don't think it's Intamin or GCI. I didn't think Gerstlauer, but now that I've seen it, it's throwing me off. I think it's between Gerstlauer and Vekoma. I think I'm gonna go with Gerstlauer because I remember Vekoma being different. Or do I? I remember when we were in Wallaby, Joe, the guy who did DSLC like 200 and something times. He had a Vekoma top on, or I'm sure he had a manufacturer on his top.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Gerstlauer. I'm gonna throw myself off and go Gerstlauer. Final answer.
Final answer is Gerstlauer the correct answer.
Oh my god, I didn't think that would be right.
Well done.
Level 3.
You've made it up to the final level once again.
Full of dread.
You're now going to pick your next category. So the categories you've got left are top of the league and picks or it didn't happen.
I'm gonna go picks.
Picks or it didn't happen?
Picks or it didn't happen.
Which of these is not a leg of the Smilers Marmalizer at Alton Towers Resort? The Tickler, the Giggler, the Flasher, the Injector.
I'm gonna guess the Injector. Final answer.
Yes, the Injector. The legs are the Tickler, the Giggler, the Flasher, the Hypnotizer, and the Inoculator.
Because I know there is one that looks like an Injector, but I know that it's not called that.
Well done. Next question. Which of these is not a recognised restraint? The clamshell, the T-bar, the comfort collar, the C-shirt.
Comfort collar I know is one. Clamshell I know. T-bar and C-shirt have thrown me off. The C-shirt sounds like it's not right. Like, it just... I don't know if you... I don't know what a T-bar would be. A T-bar maybe I imagine as a lap bar with the bar down. I'm gonna go a C-shirt. I feel like I have nothing to lose. Or everything to lose, but yeah, I'm gonna go C-shirt. Final answer. And if there's one called that, it's a dumb name. Okay.
Well done.
Thank
The
you.
clamshell is from B&M, usually Hypers. The T-bar is an Intamin.
A boy with a thing in between.
So
That's how I imagine
the
it.
The T-bar is what is on Goliath at Wallaby Holland. Yeah,
So you
it looks like a T. The clamshell is on B&M Hypers, and the comfort collar is on Premier Rides.
Yeah, part of the restraint system.
Next question.
Okay. Just had to let that out.
I mean, look how well you're doing.
And yeah, this is where I messed up last time. I get too excited.
Which of these is not a known roller coaster inversion element? Bow tie, raven turn, twisted horseshoe roll, Fahrenheit loop.
All of them sound made up. A bow tie seems like one of those ones I've seen on like roller coaster element videos. I'm just trying to think of one which one you could have made up. Fahrenheit loop sounds. I think I'm gonna go with the Fahrenheit loop. Final answer.
Final answer?
Didn't think I'd get that right whatsoever.
Oh my god, well, would you look where we are? We're now playing for the final question for you to win the game.
I hope if I don't know this, Luke better know this.
Get this right, and you have beaten Hexagon Bridge. Get this wrong, you have nothing left.
I'm a loser.
And Paul Luke hadn't received any phone call.
I know, I didn't want to like put something on him that I didn't think he'd know. I was trying to go with my instincts.
Are you ready for your final question of the game?
Yeah.
Which of these is not an existent coaster? Red Force, Iron Force, Max Force, Millennium Force.
I think I know this. I think I'm gonna go with Iron Force. Non-existent. Red Force, I know, that's part of Ventura. Millennium Force is definitely. Max Force sounds like something. Yeah, I'm gonna go Iron Force. Final answer.
Game complete.
Oh my god, I was ready to cry if that was red then.
Well done. Well done. You've beaten Hexagon Bridge with one life and one lifeline
By
remaining.
a thread.
Well done.
Thank you. So, do I win anything?
Sorry, no, I don't have any budget for that kind of thing.
What? I've come all this way. So I don't
Phil.
But I've just done all that. We've been here for like 3 hours. I'm stressed out. Can I have like a drink or something?
Phil, will you get Nikki a glass of water?
Are you kidding me? Oh,
Really nice to see you. Bye bye.
I didn't think I'd get that far, honestly. A few of the questions really threw me off. A good few guesses. I was pretty surprised at the last question I ended up just kind of knowing, because I'd saved a lifeline for nothing. But at least I saved my mate's time. The whole show was really well done. The music and lighting and the environment was very intense. I felt very on the spot, and you'd be surprised how much you forget when you're in this chair. So thanks to the Joy Sequence for having me, and bye!